It's 9 a.m. Friday morning. The workday has just begun. Rekha and Lee both work for a company. Rekha is the head of finance department and Lee is the head of the marketing department. They are doing a presentation together, which they have to present to the board on Monday morning, but they haven't had the chance to start working on the presentation together. This presentation is important for Rekha because she is hoping to get a promotion based on her performance. The project relies on information from both the parties, so they need to collaborate. Therefore, Rekha needs marketing information to complete her portion of the presentation, and Lee needs the investing statistics to complete her part of the presentation. Rekha has casually brought up the project with Lee a few times during this week. Lee has missed the messages that they are this urgent. Rekha has run out of patience and is now frustrated. Finally, this morning, Lee approaches to discuss how they are going to work on the project together.
Hey, good morning. How's it going?
Hey, I'm good. Pretty excited with the weekend coming up. I have this big family dinner happening.
Oh, that sounds like fun. Is there any way I can grab your part of the presentation just so I can just quickly review it before the end of the day?
I actually haven't gotten around to my part of the presentation yet, but I'll be sure to let you know when it's done.
Okay, I was hoping you'd be done by now. Is there any way you can push your dinner, like to next weekend maybe?
Don't worry, it shouldn't take much time to complete it, and I'm not going to postpone my family dinner to do work on the weekend.
At this point, Rekha starts to get impatient and enters Lee's room and sits down.
Okay, but it's kind of important work, and I do need you to finish your part before I can start my part.
No worries, it will get done. You just need it by Monday morning, right?
Monday is kind of late. Like we're presenting Monday morning, so.
At this point, Lee is getting annoyed. She feels like she's been told how to do her job right.
You can still enjoy your weekend. It's not a big presentation. Don't worry, I'll have my part done.
Okay, but it should have been done by now. Like, we're really leaving this until the last minute. I know you want to enjoy your weekend and stuff, but it's Monday morning. If we don't get it done now, it's going to be so stressful.
What's the big deal? We still have like 3 days to finish it.
Yeah, we've got 3 days, but we've also had, like 2 weeks to finish this, and we're coming to the last minute of this project, and we haven't even collaborated together. You know I can't present without your part.
Are you seriously saying you're stuck waiting for me to finish it? Don't worry, we'll just merge our pieces together by Monday. Again, it's not a big deal.
Don't you think that Monday is a little late to be putting it together though? Like we really need to get on this by now.
Okay, I get it. You wanted it done this week. You wanted it done before the weekend. I can finish it in like 2-3 hours max. Just because you can't do it in that time frame, don't come at me.
Oh my god.
Okay, I have been trying to be really relaxed about this, really give you your space and your time. I know we work differently, but it's Lee. It's Friday now.
Sorry, what was that?
Okay, I'm trying to tell you why I'm frustrated. Like, it's Friday evening. You're probably busy all day, and we're not going to talk over the weekend. So how am I going to know it's going to be done by Monday? Like, are you even listening to me?
So you're saying my only option is to finish it today?
Well, it's not your only option, but we've left it until last minute. So yeah, I kind of, I mean, what other options do we have? It needs to be done today.
Okay, fine. I'll skip my lunch hour. Does that work for you? If you want it done so badly today.
Even though Rekha doesn't want Lee to give up her lunch hour, she decides to end the conversation. She doesn't think talking with Lee is resolving the matter.
Fine, sure.
So are we done here then?
Whatever.
Please close the door on your way out. God, she is so annoying.
This is not rocket science. Just do your job.
Both Lee and Rekha are now frustrated and upset. They don't understand each other's point of view. Lee is frustrated that she is pressurized to work, give up her lunch hours, and potentially her weekend plans. Rekha is stressed about completing the presentation on time, as well as the fact that her promotion is riding on the success of this presentation. On the top, that she is now also upset that Lee and herself are not getting along. She worries that it will affect the performance on Monday morning. Later that day, during work, Rekha decides to approach Lee. She has thought over their conversation and sees that it only is leading to more delay. She wants to resolve the conflict and find a way they both can work together without leaving the project until the last minute on Sunday evening. Rekha begins to identify the problem and the unmet needs at play. She realizes the problem is that they have different understanding of the most effective way to complete the project. Her need of completing the project in a timely manner is not being met. Another unmet need is that she is not being considered or respected in this matter.
Come in.
Hey Lee, how are you doing?
I'm alright. How are you?
I'm okay. I was just wondering if you wanted to chat for a minute about this morning.
If this is about the presentation, I'm just quickly trying to finish my lunch to get on the presentation, okay?
You don't have to worry about the presentation right now. That's fine. This morning was kind of rough, and I thought it might be helpful to just talk about it a little bit if you have a minute right now.
Okay, if you don't need the presentation done during my lunchtime, I just prefer to eat my lunch. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, that's fine. It can wait.
Rekha is moving on and making a date to talk. Lee is hesitant to speak with Rekha after the conversation they had this morning. She is still feeling defensive.
Okay, well, I would prefer if we had kind of a solid plan to talk about it. Can I drop by maybe at the end of your day for like a quick 10-minute talk?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll see you then.
Okay, bye.
I hope you have a good lunch.
Yeah, thanks.
Lee is a bit more relaxed and now she feels less pressurized. She assumes the conversation isn't going to be an argument. At the end of the day, Rekha enters Lee's office again.
Hey Lee, I noticed your door's open. Is it okay if I come talk right now?
Yeah, come take a seat.
Thanks. I just noticed, this morning started off on kind of the wrong foot. There was a little arguing and stuff, and I didn't want it to be like that. I just wanted to talk about the presentation and kind of be on the same page. That's all.
Yeah, it was kind of upsetting for me too, honestly.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
After Rekha reached out at lunch, Lee is now being open to talking. Rekha sees this and so she begins to address her problems and needs.
I can start with sharing my point of view if you're okay with that.
Sure.
So actually, group presentations are stressful for me as it is. And it's nothing personal, it's just how it is for me when I'm working with someone and relying on someone else to do their part so everything flows smoothly. And so when my teammate is leaving things until the last minute, it's even more stressful for me. And I kind of took it that you're not taking me into consideration or we're not really doing this together. And so that's kind of why I approached you in such an aggressive way this morning.
Yeah, that does make a lot of sense. I've just had a lot on my plate this week, so it's not been one of my major priorities.
Wow, yeah, I understand. You've had a lot of other things stressing you out. And I know you're really good at what you do, so you're not worried about getting it all together on time.
But I know I can finish it this weekend, so I'm not sure why you're getting so stressed over myself and my performance. You could chill out.
It would just be helpful if, I was kind of taken into consideration here. I know it's easy for you to get all the numbers together and have your part done. But for me, I like to work in pieces and it's much easier than just cramming the weekend before.
I mean, yeah, we definitely have different styles of working.
Plus, I'm being considered for a promotion right now, so this presentation feels really stressful for me. I really want to get it right. I don't want to leave it till the last minute.
Oh, I actually had no idea that you were being considered for a promotion.
Yeah, this past week has been really stressful for me, and I think I just let all that out on you this morning.
Lee and Rekha are discussing things in a more depth, which helps Lee consider her partner's point of view.
For me, it's just not that pressing of an issue. I feel super confident in the material that I have to present on. But my family dinner, on the other hand, is something that's super important to me, so I'm a little stressed about that.
Okay, yeah, I see where you're coming from. I'm totally empathetic. Family dinners can be really stressful. I wasn't aware that there were other things on your plate and you weren't just like blowing this off.
So we can come together Monday before presenting?
It's just a little last minute for me. I'm wondering, like, can we talk about it a little bit and work out a plan that we both agree with?
Sure, I guess. What were some of your ideas?
Lee and Rekha now work together collectively to negotiate a solution.
Well, I don't think we can kind of avoid this at this point. Like, I want at least Sunday night to work on this and just practice for like a couple of hours and then I'll be happy.
I don't think so. I was kind of busy. I'm planning to get groceries tonight, and that doesn't really help me anyways. It's just kind of what you want.
But like it shouldn't take you too long to get groceries, right?
No, I've had a specific plan for this weekend. I've been planning for this weekend for the last month or so, and shifting things around last minute just doesn't work for me.
But it shouldn't take you too long to get groceries. Like then you might have a long evening tonight, but your weekend's free, you don't have to worry about it, and I'll totally get off your back.
No, Rekha, that doesn't work for me. I'm going to multiple grocery stores. It's gonna take more than just 5 minutes. I don't know what grocery stores you go to, but it's just simply not gonna work.
Okay, so you're saying tonight is not an option for you.
Can we just drop this and talk about it like Sunday or something maybe? It's been such a long day, like stressing about this, and I don't want to drag it out anymore. I just prefer if we ended the conversation now because it's not conducive to anything.
Well, I don't think we can kind of avoid this at this point. Like I want at least Sunday night to work on this and just practice for like a couple of hours and then I'll be happy.
Okay, it just seems like a huge waste of time to keep going back and forth again and again.
Yeah, you're right. Do you mind telling me what day is your dinner party again?
Saturday.
Okay, so how about this? What if you enjoy your dinner on Saturday, do your thing, and Sunday morning, if you spend, a couple hours, like you said, working on it, then you're stress-free for the rest of the day, and I can get my stuff done, like I guess Sunday evening by the latest.
Okay, so just to clarify, you'd be okay getting my part midday on Sunday?
Yeah, if you're okay working on it then, that would be great.
Yeah, I guess that'll work fine. I can work to get you the part by about 2 p.m. Sunday, maybe 3, but I'll try and have it done.
Thank you. It means so much to me that you're willing to compromise things and, shift around your schedule this weekend because this is really important to me. I'm really hoping I'll get promoted, and I think you can understand because you were just recently promoted, right?
Yeah, I guess I just didn't really take that into consideration. If this was before my big promotion, I guess I'd be freaking out a bit too.
Yeah, I'm glad we could kind of figure something out. So can I give you a call like midday Sunday and see where things are at?
Sure, that works. I'll talk to you Sunday then.
Sounds good. I hope you have a good weekend and you get to enjoy your time with your family and this doesn't, mess things up too much.
Lee and Rekha both leave work for the weekend, feeling more relieved about the situation. Now it's Sunday afternoon. Rekha decides to give Lee a call to see how their plan is working. She wants to follow up on the solution. By the time that Rekha reached Lee on Sunday, she had still not completed her part of the presentation. She gets started after the phone call, and a few hours later, Rekha receives an email containing what she needs. She's able to practice the evening before their presentation, and on Monday morning, they give an excellent presentation to the board.